Hello po. Saan po tayo hali natapos?
Sir, linear po. Yung compressible po.
Tapos natin yung buong linear. Again, for linear flow of different types of fluid, lahat po yun ay laging steady state lamang ha. Please be reminded that the very assumption of Darcy equation is that the flow is linear, single phase, and the properties of the fluid is not affected by change in pressure, as well as steady state creeping flow. So nakalagay doon, number one assumption, steady state creeping flow. So more likely, all of the three combinations of linear flow covering incompressible, slightly compressible, and compressible fluids are all steady state. So we will not be able to find their pseudo steady state or unsteady state flow. Kaya yung nagkaroon lang tayo ng three combinations. Again, linear flow of incompressible fluids under steady state condition. We will be using the equation of Darcy. That's Q is equal to 1.1271 times 10 raised to negative 3 Ka delta P over mu delta L. Q being in terms of barrel per day, K in terms of millidarcy, area in terms of feet square, delta P in terms of PSI, mu or viscosity in terms of centrifuge, and delta L in terms of feet. Okay po. Then afterwards, we went through the linear flow of steady compressible fluids under steady state condition, in which there are two cases. If you will be using case 1, meaning upstream pressure as the reference pressure, when you choose upstream pressure as the reference pressure, therefore, it only means that the upstream pressure being the point 1, having pressure 1, has a greater pressure compared to point 2, pressure 2, or downstream pressure. So if that is the case, then we will be using the formula Q is equal to 0.001127 Ka all over mu CL times the quantity L and 1 plus C times the quantity P1 minus P2. Okay po? Ito po yun. Yan. But if we will be using the downstream pressure as the reference pressure P2, therefore the downstream pressure is greater than P2 is greater than P1. The downstream pressure P2 is greater than P1. Ano po? So in that case, we'll be using the equation Q is equal to 0.001127 Ka over mu CL times the quantity L and 1 over 1 plus C times P2 minus P1. Ayan po. Ano po? We'll be using both equations. Ngayon, para mas maging consistent po tayo at pare-parehas tayo ng gagawin, we will be using, in a certain problem, we will be choosing the one with the highest pressure as the reference pressure. Mapa P1 yan or P2 kung alin ang mas mataas, yun po ang ating pipiliin. Ano po? And afterwards, we proceeded to linear flow of compressible fluid under steady state condition, following the equation Q is equal to 0.111924 Ka P1 square minus P2 square over TLZ mu G. Ganyan ang sabi ko nga, isa ito sa pinakamahabang solution at baka maya-maya biglang magbago yung unknown at hindi niya alam kung paano magsimula. Like what I'm trying to say to other sections, read the problem carefully and comprehensively. Then try to determine which are unknown, and then isulat ang equation kung saan mo makikita yung unknown variable or unknown parameter. Sabihin, pag naghanap ka ng equation na kailangan mong gamitin, hahanapin mo kung nasaan yung unknown na applicable sa equation na yon. Ano po? Then pag nakita mo na ganun yung equation, then basahin mo ulit yung problem, isa-isahin mo yung parameter sa equation. Pag naisa-isa mo na, okay, bukod sa unknown, meron pang ibang unknown. Ngayon, doon sa ibang unknown, doon ka magsimula. Dapat alam mong doon ka dapat magsimula. Ano po? Kasi minsan, sa pagbabasa pa lang ng problem, hindi na natin alam kung paano tayo magsisimula. Hindi na natin alam kung anong equation ang ating gagamitin. Ngayon po, hanapin natin yung equation na related dun sa problem. At makikita, malalaman mo yung pag alam mo na yung unknown, yung hinahanap. The unknown parameter might appear in the equation either on the left of the equals or the right of the equals. Huwag po tayong masanay again na pag wala sa kaliwa ng equals, yung unknown, hindi natin gagamitin. O sasabihin natin wala pong formula. Ano po? Because at the end of the day, all you need to do is to rearrange and manipulate the equation. Okay po. And then, gaya na sabi ko, yung usually unknown sa problem ay gas flow rate. But it depende pa rin po, pero usually iyon. Depende kung paano natin bibigyan ng twist ang isang problem. Ano po? The usual unknown is QSC of the gas. Dealing with compressible fluids, other unknowns are Z factor and gas viscosity. So I have presented two ways of getting Z factor. One is when the gas gravity is given, in which case you will be using Sutton's equation. And the other one is the composition is given in tabular form, and you'll be getting the apparent molecular weight as well as the pseudo-critical parameters such as temperature and pressure by multiplying the mole fraction to its corresponding apparent molecular weight, and critical pressure and critical temperature. Then summation. Ano po? Then you get pseudo-reduced properties such as PPR and TPR by dividing T over TPC and P over PPC. Again, there are two pressure given in a certain problem dealing with compressible fluids. The question is, which pressure are you going to substitute to get PPR? Again, you should be able to get the average pressure, P bar, in which case that is the square root of P1 square plus P2 square over 2. Ano po? Then, I hope lahat na kayo ay marunong na gumamit ng standing cuts chart. Then afterwards, you'll be, after getting the Z, you have now to get the gas viscosity using Lee-Gonzalez-Ekin correlation. That is mu G is equal to 1 times 10 raised to negative 4 K. Capital K po yun ha. K E raised to X times the gas density over 62.4 raised to Y. Where K is equal to, ano nga ga ang K? 9.4 plus 9.4 plus 0.02 MA times close parenthesis T raised to 1.5 all over 209 plus 19 MA plus T. Whereas X is equal to 3.5 plus 986 over T plus 0.01 MA, while Y is equal to 2.4 minus 0.2X. Ano po? In that case, makukuha na natin yung gas viscosity kung given din yung gas density. Rho G is equal to PMA over ZRT. Okay po. Yung manual nyo po ay nandito. Ano po? Pwede nyo pong daanan kung may time po kayo. As well as yung ibang papel, gaya ng papel ni na Capobre. Ay, hindi pala. Capobres. Na-check ko na ba to? Hindi pa pala yung Capobres. Itong Kagimbal, Candaba, Hidalgo, Orbista, Pisigan, itong Balasta, Enriquez, Lansang, Gloria, itong Andea, Bendanya, Karandang, Dangka. Yan, nabasa ko na siya. Pwede nang kunin dito. Okay, let's proceed to another topic, which is chapter 2. Okay po. You can answer these questions po as a review questions, but I will not be requiring you to submit this. Bahala kayo kung gusto niyo lang siyang gawing props o kung gusto niyo lang gawing siyang pang decoration. It's up to you po. And I will not require to submit this because it's not part of our assessment criteria based on the syllabus. Okay. So we'll now proceed to chapter 2, fluid flow in porous media, radial flow system. So learning objectives, describe. again, describe the characteristics and significance of radial flow systems in petroleum reservoirs. Next is derive the diffusivity equation and apply it into various radial flow scenarios. Third is differentiate between radial flow behavior of incompressible, slightly compressible, and compressible fluids, and solve the diffusivity equation using methods such as EI function solution and calculate the dimensionless pressure drop, in which the fourth objective covers the unsteady state condition. Okay po. So, ito naman po ay kaya nyo nang basahin, but to give you a brief background, the reason why, ito po itong nasa page na to. The reason why po na we have to, just like what I have mentioned po during our previous meeting, radial flow is the most realistic na nangyayari sa oil and gas industry. Kung babalikan natin yung ating linear flow in porous media, using the Darcy equation, again, the assumption is that linear, meaning parallel and laminar, unidirectional. Sabi doon, single phase. Sabi pa doon, steady state creeping flow. Ano po? Pero kung iisipin natin yung steady state creeping flow, yun mean kasi, ano ang steady state? The pressure does not change with respect to time and location. In real sense, mangyayari lamang po yun, yung steady state creeping flow, kapag may isang tubo na nakakonect sa gripo. Na kapag binuksan mo yung gripo, at may pressure gauge sa linya ng tubo, makikita mo hindi nagbabago yung pressure, hindi nagalaw yung kanyang meter. Ano po? Because we believe that when a certain pipe is connected to a certain source that the pressure does not decline, that's steady state. At yun nga po yung gripo ng tubig na nakonekta sa yung tubo ng tubig na nakakonekta sa gripo. And gripo and the pipes is not a porous media. That's a conduit pipe. Ano po? Therefore, based on the assumptions and derivation of the Darcy equation conducted by Henry Darcy, it is not applicable to porous media or reservoir condition. Malinaw po? So the very reason why we have to make sure na siya ay realistic. That is by covering the radial flow system. At bakit natin sinasabi na ang Darcy equation ay hindi applicable sa reservoir? Because in reality, the reservoir is multidimensional. Meaning, all fluid flows coming from different direction, but all going towards the wellbore, the very definition of radial flow. Again, in reality, the reservoir, the type of flow in the reservoir is that all fluids are coming from different directions, all going towards the wellbore. Yun po yung ating radial flow. No. Another thing is multi-phases po ang nangyayari sa reservoir. Unlike flow in conduit pipe, pag binuksan mo yung gripo, tubig lamang ang dumadaan. Unless yan ay talagang ano. Pero in reality, nangyayari tubig lang. Meaning single phase po. One of the assumption of Darcy equation. But in the case of reservoir condition, there are three fluids present. Gas, oil, and water. Meaning to say, all these fluids can flow simultaneously. Ano po? Can flow at the same time in the porous media. And another thing is multi-forces daw. When we're dealing with multi-forces, ang sinasabi natin dyan, hindi na lang viscosity ang factors affecting the flow. Somehow we'll consider density, we'll consider gravity, we'll consider capillary pressure as well as interfacial tension through wettability. Ano po? So those are the forces that might affect the flow. In which case, again, linear flow or Darcy equation will not be applicable. If If Darcy equation is not applicable, therefore which equation is applicable? That's where we introduce the concept of diffusivity equation. Ano po? That's where we introduce the concept of diffusivity equation, in which it was derived using 10 assumptions. Ito po, pakibasa na lang po ako kung anong 10 assumptions na yan. Pakireview na lang po ako ha. Kayo na po ang bahala mag-isa-isa niyan from 1 to 10. Then the question is, how do we then derive the diffusivity equation? So that is by using the three governing equations. First one is the mass continuity equation, equation 2.1, also known as the material balance equation. Another equation for us to derive the diffusivity equation is the transport equation or Darcy law equation. Okay po. And the third is the equation of state or compressibility equation. So with these three equations, we'll be able to derive the diffusivity equation, which we believe are one of the longest derivation. Starting from MBE, considering this diagram, figure 2.2, we'll start with material balance equation. I won't discuss this each step by step. You can derivation naman to. I consider this figure 2.2, again, all fluids, if will be produced, all will be coming from PE going to the wellbore. In which case, as the fluid moves from RE to a certain point R, you'll find there delta R, because that is the change in the radius as the fluid moves from RE to RW. Hindi ko siya masulatan, pero basta ganyan yan. Ano po? Therefore, by using the material balance equation, that's mass entering volume element during time interval T, minus mass leaving volume element during time interval T is equal to the rate of accumulation during the time interval T. So ayan po ang mga derivation niyan. After that, you'll be able to incorporate the transport equation based on equation 2.14. Ano po? Based on equation 2.14. Ito. Yeah. And 2.25, as well as the compressibility equation in 2.16 until you arrive to equation 2.27, in which case this one. That's the diffusivity equation. Copy? Okay po. But we will not be using the diffusivity equation in solving problems. Ano po? In solving problems related to well test analysis, we will not be using the diffusivity equation, but we will be using the diffusivity equation to derive all of the equations related to radial flow. I repeat, we will be using the diffusivity equation to derive all equations related to radial flow. Okay po? Remember that during our discussion of primary reservoir characteristics, we discussed flow regime, flow geometry, types of flowing fluid, and number of flowing fluids. Then, during our discussion of calculation problem solving, we discussed the different combinations of linear flow. This time, we'll be discussing the equations for radial flow. Covering steady state, covering pseudo steady state, covering unsteady state as well as incompressible fluids, slightly compressible fluids, and compressible fluids, incompressible fluids, slightly compressible fluids, and compressible fluids, incompressible fluids, slightly compressible fluids, and compressible fluids. Okay po, there will be 9 equations that we will be discussing. Sad face. Iisa-isahin natin. Okay po? Sige, isa-isahin natin. Let's now proceed to, ready na ba? Let's now proceed to radial, steady state, incompressible fluids. How do we solve for the radial flow of incompressible fluids under steady state condition? How do we get the equation? What equation are we going to use? So remember, sige, mamaya na. Let's go back to the Darcy equation. Q is equal to 0.00111271 Ka delta P over mu delta L. Ano po? That's our equation for Darcy equation. Again, only applicable to linear. But now, we are dealing with radial flow. Now, to make this equation radial flow, I will not be using dl, but I will be using dr. Okay po? Then, I will rearrange my equation in such a way that on the left side is the velocity. How do I do that? By dividing it by area. Because we believe, based on our concepts and topics in thermodynamics, velocity is equal to flow rate over area. Okay po, in which case it will become 0.0011271 K delta P over mu delta R. Okay po? Okay. So again, this equation shows the velocity at reservoir condition. Okay? Tapos, may another equation tayo. V is equal to Q over A. Another velocity equation siya. Ito po ay reservoir condition. Kahit ganito po yung equation niya, pero ito po, ang binibigay nito ay barrel per day. Remember that. And when we're dealing with barrels, more likely it is reservoir condition. Ano po? Kahit sila ay parehas, ito po ay reservoir, ito po ay surface condition, especially when that is QS. Velocity is equal to QS over A is surface flow condition. Yung nagfo-flow o dumadaloy na fluid sa ibabaw ng lupa at surface condition. Ano po? So ngayon, to make this reservoir condition also, para maging reservoir condition din ito, we multiply it with VO. So, paano po nangyari yan? Let's go back to the concept of reservoir engineering. N is equal to 7758 A, H, porosity, 1 minus SW over BO. Let's omit first BO. If we will be using this equation, the volume of oil that we're trying to estimate will be expressed in barrel. And in barrel means reservoir condition. But if we will be dividing it by VO, knowing that the unit of oil formation volume factor is barrel per STB, meaning to say cancel barrel, reciprocal, then the unit will be STB. And STB is at surface condition. Again, STB is stack tank barrel, meaning nakastore na siya sa tangke nasa ibabaw ng lupa, nasa ground. Malino po? So again, in this case po, ito po ay pareho ng reservoir condition. And I hope that's clear. Same thing po yan sa ating gas estimation. G is equal to 43, 560, AH, porosity, 1 minus SW over BG. Kapag wala ang BG, ito po ay cubic feet. Pero kung andyan ang BG, ito po ay SCF. I hope po, malinaw po yun. Now, let's proceed to the equations that we have presented. That's dalawang equation po ng velocity, both referring to the fluid velocity on reservoir condition. On reservoir condition. We have equation 1 and equation 2. Okay po. Now, let us try to equate 1 and 2. QS BO over A is equal to 0.0011271 K delta P over mu dr. Ito po ay radial. Ano po? At ang fluid ay papasok sa pore spaces. At generally, the pore spaces ay ganyan ang shape. Papasok po dyan. At mag-flow dito. Sa ganyang kahabang pore spaces. Papasok siya dito. Paano kukunin ang area niyan? Pumasok siya dyan. Paano po kukunin? Pagpasok niya, ang tinutukoy na perimeter dyan ay circumference. I-multiply yan sa haba, which is h. Halimbawa, yan. That is the area. Therefore, the area is equal to 2 pi r h. Okay po. So in that case, that is QSBO over 2 pi RH is equal to 0.0011271 K delta P over mu delta R. Ngayon po, ang gawin natin, yung let us rearrange the equation in such a way that only dP is on the left of equals, others on the right. dP is equal to cross multiply QS mu BO dr all over 0.0011271 K 2 pi H R. Ano na po? So in that case, we consider the rest of the parameter on the right side of the equation be constant. So we try to integrate them. Please do remember that fluids coming from the reservoir will all come from RE going to RW. All fluids will come from RE going to RW. In that case, we will be evaluating the limits of the antiderivative from RW to RE. From RW to RE. Okay po. What's the antiderivative of dP? That's P, evaluated from RW to RE, equals, copy the constant, QS mu BO over 0. I-multiply na po natin ito. At saka yung 2 pi. Multiply na natin yan. That is 0.007081 kH, kH tama, times antiderivative of dr over r is ln r, evaluated from RW to RE. Therefore, that will become PE, evaluating the limits, upper limit minus lower limit, always. PE minus PWF is equal to, hindi naman po maganda na ito yung nandito. So, ang gawin natin, 1 over. Yan. When we get the 1 over, that is 141.2 US mu BO over KH times ln RE minus ln RW. Again, properties of natural logarithmic function. When it is minus, you can divide. When it is plus, you can multiply. PE minus PWF is equal to 141.2 US mu BO over KH times ln RE over RW. Okay po. This is the equation that you will be using when we're dealing with radial, incompressible, steady state using initial reservoir pressure. But if the pressure changes, the equation will be rearranged into this form. This is radial, incompressible, steady state, average reservoir pressure. Malinaw po? Klaro po ba yan? Klaro po ba ito? Guys, sigurado ha? Okay po. That's for incompressible fluid. Let's now proceed to radial, steady state, slightly compressible fluids. Okay, when we're dealing with slightly compressible fluids, we will be using the equation Q. S is equal to 0.007081. Hindi na mabasa. Palakihan ko nga. 0.007081. Yan, much better. Ikinagsasalita ha. KH over mu BO C ln RE over RW times ln 1 plus C PE minus PWF. Yeah. That's where we will be able to compute for the QS under slightly compressible fluids. Okay po. Please do remember na itong equation na ito ay pareho lang po nito at niyan. Kakapareho lang po yan. Ha? Kasi if we will be rearranging this equation, yan, kung we will be arranging that equation, that would be equal to QS is equal to 0.00. Pakayan ko. Ano lang ang difference? The presence of C and hindi nakaganito, kundi nakaganito. Why? Because when we're dealing with incompressible fluid, the volume of the fluid does not change with respect to change in pressure. I repeat, when we're dealing with incompressible fluid, the volume of fluid does not change with respect to change in pressure. But when we're dealing with slightly compressible fluids, there is a slight change in the volume when there is a change in pressure. Therefore, when the pressure changes, there should be a corresponding change in volume attributed to compressibility factor. That's why we should be able to incorporate that. And I hope that's clear, ha? Baka mamaya hindi pa na-gets po yun, ha? Okay. Purahin ko na to ulit. Pareho lang yan. Any more clarifications? Wala po. Sige po. Let's proceed to radial flow. Steady state. Compressible fluids. When we're dealing with this type of problem, we'll be using the equation QS is equal to KH times trident E minus trident W. Kung gusto mo, tinidor yan. Wala, okay lang. Kung gusto mo, Poseidon. Over 1422. 1422 T ln RE over R. Slightly compressible fluids. This equation is applicable to radial, slightly compressible, steady state, initial, reservoir pressure. Okay po. But, if nagbago yung initial reservoir pressure at naging average reservoir pressure, there should be minus 1/2. Kagaya po nito. Ano? Yan po i-apply, dito po natin ilalagay. Minus 1/2. Okay po. Okay po. Anong common mistakes? Ang common mistakes po ng mga bata, kahit tama ang ginagawa, kahit naniniwala sila'y tama, RE over RW muna minus 1/2 sa kanila ine-LN. Maling. I-LN mo muna yung RE over RW, saka mo minusan ng 1/2. At ako'y naniniwala At ilang beses ko lang ulitin, may gagawa pa rin yan. Again, ipapaputol ko ang daliri ko. Pinupusta ko sa inyo, may gagawa pa rin yan. Mag-RE over RW muna. Tapos saka magmaminus sa 1/2, saka i-ELN. Na, sige po, ipapakita ko yung papel. Now, let's go back to radial steady state compressible fluids. So when we're dealing with radial flow of steady state compressible fluids, we will be using the equation QS is equal to KH times trident E minus trident W over 1422 T ln RE over RW. Let us check kung tama yan. Tama. Okay po. So pagka ganito po yung ating equation na gagamitin, this is not directly solvable. Why? Because of these parameters. We call pseudo real gas pseudo pressure. Okay po. Sometimes known as MP. And I've heard from your other batchmates that you were able to encounter this MP in your reservoir engineering. And the way MP, kung kayo ay mas komportable sa MP ang gamitin nyo. Huwag yung trident. Ha? Let's say MP na lang para maging MP. The way MP is presented is equal to the integral of 2P over mu GZ. Okay po. But if we are to integrate this, it will be equal to P is 2P square over 2 mu G Z. Cancel on 2, therefore MP is equal to P square over mu G C with the unit of PSI square over centipa. Okay po. So, ilang MP ang kailangan kong kunin? Sa kadalasan po, ang ibibigay kong problem sa inyo ay syempre may narrative, naka-paragraph form at may table. Again, laging may table kapag compressible fluids. And the table is presented as follows. Pressure, mu G, Z. From 0 going to P, E. Copy? Then there are corresponding values for each pressure in terms of mu G. And there are corresponding values Z in each pressure. Okay po? Then you'll be getting the MP. Following this equation. Okay? Then magkakaroon ka po ng MP dyan. At kukunin mo yung MP sa E, which is ito. Yung MP dyan. At kukunin mo yung MP sa WF, which is any point in this pressure data. That's where you'll be able to get QS. And the unit is expressed in MSCF per day. And remember that every M is equal to 3 zeros. Copy? Okay. So, sana po malinaw yan. Kung mabilis ako, uulitin ko uli lahat. Okay po. Ngayon, hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon, nagre-reflect yung PWF sa data. Minsan hindi sakto. Minsan nasa pagitan siya ng dalawang values. If that is the case, then you have to interpolate. Ano po? Simpleng linear interpolation lamang. Mode 3.2, shape 155 para sa AS+. At yung ibang calcu ay hindi ko na alam. Okay po? Ngayon, paano ka mag-interpolate? Malamang po, hindi ka mag-interpolate dito at hindi ka mag-interpolate dyan, saka mo kukumputin ito. Ang gawin po natin, isolve na po na muna natin lahat ito. Saka tayo mag-interpolate dyan. Malino po? Klaro po ba yan? Okay. Thank you, Bien. Ay, alam ko may tanong kayo. At ang tanong nyo, Sir, sabi niyo po kanina, ang kailangan ko lang kuha na MP ay dalawa. Itong sa ilang at sa WF. Pwede po bang yun lang ang gawaan ko ng MP at hindi ko isa-isa lahat-lahat? Pwede po yun. As long as nakukuha niyo yung tamang sagot sa unknown, which is QS. So sa madalit sabi, ito yung mandatory na kuha niyo ng MP. Ngayon, kung nagre-reflect ang PWF dyan, automatic, kukuha mo rin ito ng MP at dalawa lang ang kailangan mong kunin na MP. Pero gaya ng sabi ko, may pagkakataon na hindi ito nagre-reflect. Dahil ibig sabihin po, pag nahanap mo yung PWF na hindi siya nagre-reflect dito, kukunin mo yung pressure kung saan siya nakapag-itan. At kukuha mo ito ng MP, kukuha mo yung MP, that's when you interpolate. Ngayon, ito, tatlo ang kailangan mong gawin. Isa, dalawa, tatlo. That's the maximum number of MP that you have to solve. Pero kung masipag-sipag at ginagalingan masyado, pwedeng lahat ay may MP. Copy? Sige po. Let's have groupings. Kung meron po kayong chance na magkaroon ng discussion dyan sa inyong mga lugar-lugar, you can discuss among yourselves. Example 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4. Ito po, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, as well as 2.4. Sige po, you can go to Ahmed Tarek, Advanced Reserve Engineering po ulit. Then I'll ask someone to discuss it. Okay po ba yan? Okay po ba? I'll ask someone to discuss the example. 2.1 to 2.4. I'll give you 15 minutes. You'll be sharing your screen and then you'll be discussing the example. Okay po? Yes, questions?
Sir, pwede pong patayin po uli ng 2.1.
2.1, ito po yun. Hindi po, yung 2.1 po, doon nyo na lang kunin sa ano? Doon nyo na lang kunin sa sige, ito, isa-isa na lang muna natin pala. Kasi wala kayong copy ng book na wala pa kayong book. Meron na.
Wala pa po.
Oo nga eh. Sige, doon na lang tingnan sa Ahmed Tarek. Tarek Ahmed na book. Yung iba kasi dito ako gumawa ng problem. Ano po? Wait lang. Punta po kayo doon sa Google Classroom. Yari po. Radial flow model. Ito po yung una. Incompressible fluid. Ito po ang example na ito. 1.5 pala. Sorry, 1.5. Example 1.5. Then 1.6. And 1.7. Ano po? Yan po. Example 1.5, 1.6, and 1.7. Sa ating Amedtarec. Okay po. Sige. I'll give you 15 minutes to try to understand the example. Then later someone will discuss the example. You can share your screen. Pwede namang hindi mo kailangan magsulat. Pwede namang sabihin mo lang. Ipakita mo yung solution doon sa lecture. Or kahit ako na mag-share ng screen. Ano po? Sige po, I'll give you 15 minutes. Go. Just raise hand na lang po kung may question na.
So, yun po. Using interpolation po is nakuha po yung pressure drop. Dun po sa 1.25 is minus po yung 1942 minus 18 which is 142 PSI. And dun po sa 4 to 5 is 2064 minus 2045 is equals to 19. And for 19 to 20 po is 2186 minus 2182 is equals to 4 PSI. And then para po sa 99 to 100 na reduce is 2329 minus 2328 which is 1 PSI po. And then lastly po yung pinapahanap po na 744 to 745 is 0.1 PSI po.
Okay. Done, Ms. Ramos?
Yes po, sir.
Thank you very much. Any clarification po para kay Ms. Ramos? Any questions? Any clarification? Saan malabo? Alin dyan ang confusing? Alin dyan ang hindi malinaw po sa lahat? Malinaw po ba ang discussion po ni Ms. Ramos? Tandaan po natin yung pressure drop. Yung pressure drop ay pwedeng in reference to wellbore radius, ha? In reference to wellbore radius lahat. Therefore, siya ay pwedeng 2064 minus 18. Laging minus 18 siya. Depende kung paano mo gustong i-present yung data. Okay po? Pero in this case po, nagkaroon siya ng different pressure drop at varying radius. Okay po? Wala talaga ang question? Grado po? Yes?
Ako po. Paano po, sir? Kunyari po, ganyan po sa exam, iba pong way po yung ginamit. May mga discrepancy po sa sagot. Okay lang po yun.
Anong ibang way? Okay lang siya kasi kung ang ginamit nyo ay yung 141.2, tama? Or ang ginamit nyo
Ang ginamit ko po ay yung isa po,
aling isa?
yung hindi ko po nagamit yung 141 point. Ang nagamit ko po ay yung 0.00708.
Ba't nagkaroon ng difference?
Sa ano naman po, sa mga decimal lang naman po.
Pero
Konti lang. Okay
doon
lang
lang.
naman.
Doon lang
Ah.
siya. Wala kang ibang nadagdag sa equation.
Wala naman.
Okay. Okay lang siya. Okay lang. But siguro para mas maano natin, we will be using the equation na makikita nyo po sa test paper, ano po, or sa quiz. Kung ano yung nandoon yung nagagamitin natin. Okay po. Kasi kung may konting changes lang yan. Okay po. Sige po, thank you very much, Miss Princess Ramos. Let's give Miss Princess a round of applause. Let's go to 1.6. 1.6 is, sino nga? Si Miss Arias. Miss Janelli, 1.6.
Sir, good morning po.
Are you going to share your screen or screen ko na?
Sir, yung screen nyo na lang po.
Okay, thank you very much. Anong gusto mo? Ito o yung solution na?
Sir, yung solution na lang po. Thank you
Okay.
po.
Wala palang 1.8. So, ligtas pa si Miss Danka. Okay. Go, Miss Arias.
Sir, so yun po. Good morning po, everyone. So for the problem po, we are dealing with a decompressible fluid in which yun po yung given kanina, as stated above. I'm using the formula po na 0.00708 multiplied by permeability height divided by viscosity and then yun pong oil volume factor times C and then ln po ng RE over RW multiplied by ln 1 plus C multiplied by the external pressure minus the Weber flow pressure. Substituting po the given, we have 595 STB per day. And then when dealing naman po with an incompressible fluid, since wala pong stated dun sa problem, so we can assume then the flow rate can be estimated by applying the original Darcy equation, in which usually po nagamit natin siya before during Prod N1. 0.00708 multiplied by 120 by 25, and then yung atin pong given na external pressure minus the Weber flowing pressure, which is 1.8 over the 2.5, 1.25 ln, and then the external radius minus the RW po natin, which is 0.25, resulting to 600 STB per day po.
Okay, thank you very much. Miss Arias, question. What does it imply? For the solution 1, considering slightly compressible, and solution 2, which is incompressible, what does it imply? Anong gusto mong patunayan nito, Miss Danka? Miss Arias, sorry.
Sir, based po on my analysis, ay mas mataas po yung ating flow rate pag po consider natin siya as an incompressible fluid.
Pero
po kapag kinonsider po natin siya as a compressible fluid ay bumababa po siya. Pero parang yung discrepancy niya po, sir, ay maliit lang po.
That's right. Which proves that the fluid is a slightly compressible fluid because the discrepancy is not so significant. Parang nagtutugma siya doon sa definition ng slightly compressible fluids. Using the same scenario, if you assume that a certain fluid is incompressible, the volume should be 600. But when you incorporate the compressibility factor, meaning that the fluid is slightly compressible, therefore, there will be a reduction of 5 STB per day, which we believe are very small compared to the significant change in volume when it comes to gases. Okay po, another question po para kay Miss Arias. Wala na? Sige po. Thank you, Miss Arias. Let's give Miss Arias a round of applause, please. Virtual applause. Okay po, let's proceed to 1.7, Mr. Berayon.
Opo, good morning po.
Para makaproceed tayo sa sunod na klase mamaya, yung sunod na topic. Nandiyan ang mga O1 eh. Go po.
So yung problem 1.7 po ay the PVT data from a gas well in the Anaconda gas well given below. So meron pong bottom hole flowing pressure na 3,600 PSI at for 4,400 PSI naman po na PE. So ang una pong ang hinahanap po ay yung gas flow rate in MSCF per day. So ang una po ang gagawin po ay yung MP or yung 2P over mu G times C. So for example po, ang ginawa po dito dun sa 3,600 po ay minultiply siya sa 2 over yung mu or yung CP po times yung Z, which is resulting po sa doon po muna sa bottom hole flowing pressure na 3,600, resulting po ay 348,246.6747 PSIA over CP. Tapos yung PE pressure naman po na 4,400 times 2 over 0.02831 times 0.896, which is resulting po 346,924.3579 PSIA over CP. Ang next na po, pwede pong pa-scroll po, sir.
Ito ba? Ito ba, Mr. Brian?
Pa-scroll down na po, sir, sa next page po.
Dito? Di ba ito yun? Ito yung
Apo,
kanina.
na-explain ko na po, sir.
Okay, ito na. Or ito.
Yung yung ipa-plot na po yung yung MP po. Doon po sa may table.
Ito nga.
Okay po. Hindi po nagalaw yung screen ko sa...
Kasi nag-end. Sorry.
Okay na po, sir.
Ito na.
Apo. So, next, since nakuha na natin yung MP or yung 2P over mu G times Z, ipapalat na natin siya dun sa pressure dun sa 1.16 na figure dun sa dyan po. Tapos, ang pressure, yung bottom hole flowing pressure natin na 3,600, magre-result, pag pinlat natin siya, magre-result siya na 816 times 10 raised to 6. Tapos yung PE naman natin na pressure, yung isang pressure ay mag-result siya na 10, 10,000 10,089 times 10 raised to 6. So meron na tayong doon sa radial steady state compressible meron tayong meron na tayong yung trident na W at trident na E. So ang gagamitin natin para makuha natin yung gas flow rate in MCF per day ay gagamitin natin yung formula na QS is equals to K over E times H times trident E minus trident W over 1422 times T ln RE over RW, which is yung K natin na 65, yung H natin na 15 times yung nakuha natin na 1089 times 10 raised to 6 minus 816 times 10 raised to 6 PSI squared over CP. Tapos all over natin sa 1422 times yung temperature natin na 600 Rankine. Tapos i-ln natin sa RE na 1,000 feet over yung 0.25 feet natin na RW, which is wait lang po. Which is mag-result siya na 376,140.2299 MCF per day. Yan lang po.
Okay, done na, Mr. Berayan.
Apo, thank you po.
Any question, any clarification to Mr. Berayan? Any question, any clarification? Wala po? Sigurado po? Okay. Yes. Sino po yun? Sino yun?
Sir,
Ay,
hindi po ba ang formula po ng MP yung 2p squared po yun?
ha? Alin yon? MP? Ang formula ng MP ay ito? Itong 1.2.27? Ito ba tinutukoy mo? Sino po? Eh. Sino yung...
Okay na po pala sir, okay na po.
Okay na. Again po, i-integrate natin ha. Yung MP, yung 1.2.27, that will become P square over mu G Z. Okay po. Just to clarify with you guys that based on example 1.7, the only given is P, mu G, and Z. Then afterwards, you directly go to MP, even without solving step 1 based on this table. Okay? No need to go to step 1. And I will not require you to graph. Copy? Because that's time consuming. All you need to do is from the given, you directly go to step 3. Copy? And once you go to step 3, you get the trident or the MP in terms of P square over mu GZ. But please remember, if you did not do calculation using your calculator, of course, you'll not be able to identify that there are big discrepancies in the values because you just study the given without verifying the calculations. Ito po ay book na ha. Pero mali po itong trident. If you will be doing the analytical method of calculating the MP, following the equation P square over mu GZ, it will not result to these values. Because these values are calculated using a software. Unlike when you do the analytical method using the equation, you'll get a very different value. And for consistencies for our easy checking of papers, we will be following analytical method, which is by using the equation. And therefore, the data that you will be only be receiving is this table. Wala pang value ng MP. And even wala din ito because this is not required. You go directly to this part as the second step. Copy? Then solve for this. Understood? So once you receive your manual, you can do rechecking. You can erase the given or you can do corrections in the manual because I just follow this table. Kasi ini-snip ko lang siya. Okay? Next topic po tayo. Sige po, para magsimula tayo ng 9. Para kahinga-hinga naman kaya. Magsimula tayo ng 9 a.m. Tawag dito. Magkape, hilamos, mag-toothbrush, and then we'll go to pseudo steady state radial flow system. Ito na tayo. Kanina lahat ay steady state, radial, steady state, and different types of fluid and different pressure condition. This time we'll be going to radial, pseudo steady state, different types of fluid, and possibly the different pressure conditions. We'll resume at 9. Huh? Okay ba? This time we'll be dealing with pseudo-state radial flow system. And I hope you'll be able to read some of the discussion here. Ano po, kasi we'll be running out of time if we will be going through each of the discussion. We'll proceed right through the equation being used for pseudo-steady state radial flow. Okay? So some of the derivations of the equation are presented in the book that I will be giving you. Pero as of the moment, wala pa nga. Pero pwede nyo naman kunin anytime here. Ano po? So, pseudo, doon tayo sa radial. Radial, pseudo, steady state. Incompressible fluid, both PI and P average. Both PI and P average. Okay? That will follow PE minus PWF is equal to 141.2 QS mu BO over KH times ln RE over RW minus 1/2. That's for PI. Okay? PE minus PWF is equal to 141.2 QS mu BO over KH times ln RE over RW minus 3/4. Klaro po tayo dyan? That's incompressible fluids. We will be following that given equation. Kung maaalala niyo po, yan ay diniscuss na natin sa ating production engineering. Ang pinagkaiba lang natin, we only cover in production engineering incompressible lang ata at saka steady state and pseudo steady state. Pero wala tayong unsteady state. Ano po? This time we will be having unsteady state. So kung i-relate natin yung radial at steady state at radial at pseudo steady state, we will be coming up with an equation PE. General equation, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyong may magbabago yung values. 141.2 US mu BO over KH times ln RE over RW minus alpha. Alpha values would depend on the following condition. Remember po kanina, dapat ay 0 and 1/2 lang yung nakita nyo. This time, 1/2 and 3/4. Ano po? So, dapat po stated sa problem kung ano ang flow regime at kung ano din po ang pressure condition niya para makapag-decide tayo kung ano ang value ng alpha na ating gagamitin. Ngayon po, kung hindi naman stated sa problem kung ano ang value ng alpha na gagamitin, the assumption is that it is always 3/4. Ano po? Always 3/4. Copy? Kapag hindi nabanggit sa problem kung ano ang condition niya. Again po, minsan sinasabi ito, pero hindi ito sinasabi. Ngayon, kung ito ay sinabi, ito lang, at hindi sinabi yung pressure, malamang ito po siya. Copy? Pero minsan din po, ito lang ang sinasabi. Ito lang ang sinasabi dyan sa problem. Hindi binibigay kung ito ba or ito. Hindi po binibigay yun. Ang assumption lagi ay ito siya, therefore ito yun. The assumption is that kung hindi binanggit, laging ito ang dalawang assumption. Kung ang isa ay binanggit, kung ang isa po ay binanggit, malamang yung isa ay yung assumption natin, which is either P bar or PSS. Ano po? So sana para po yan. Now, for radial, PSS, slightly compressible fluids, ito po yan. Ito. Ayan. P bar minus PWF is equal to 162.6 QS mu BO over KH times log of 4A all over 1.781 CA RW square. Yan. Okay po. Yan po ang ating gagamitin na formula. Minsan po, hindi po ito nilalagay na 1.781 at minsan siya ay nakaganyan. Yan po ay Euler's number. And ang Euler's number natin is equal to 1.781. Okay po? So when we're dealing with pseudo-steady state flow, pseudo-steady state flow of slightly compressible fluids, ang lagi po nating iisipin ay siya ay naka-average pressure na. Okay po? Naka-average reservoir pressure na po siya. Yan. Or minsan po, ang equation na pwede natin gamitin ay P bar minus PWF is equal to wait. Ayun na pala yan. Sorry. PWF is equal to PI minus, kung maaalala nyo po, ito po, Hindi pala siya nag-ano. Ito po ay halos kaparehas ng ating diffusivity equation. Ito. Yan. 0.23396 US mu BO over KH. Over AHVCT. Total compressibility po yun. Minus 162.6 US mu BO over KH. Times log of 4A over Euler's constant CARW. Ano ibig sabihin po noon? Ibig sabihin po, itong parameter na average reservoir pressure can be equal to this parameter. Yan. Okay po? Ngayon po, ano po itong A, area po yan. Ito po ay area. Ito po ay Euler's constant. Ayan. Ito po ay Dietz shape factor. Ibig sabihin po, dapat po sa problem, sabihin kung ano ang shape ng reservoir. At yung, pag sinabi kung anong shape ng reservoir, may equivalent value po yung CA. And yung RW po is yung ating 12-bore radius. If you will be using this equation below, ito po ay constant na makikita nyo sa diffusivity equation, flow rate, viscosity, oil formation volume factor, area, height, porosity, and total compressibility. Because again, we're dealing with slightly compressible fluids. So ito po yan para mas malinaw. Equation 2.62 and equation 2.70. Depende po kung ano ang given. Kung ang given sa problem ay PI, then you'll be using 2.68. But if ang given sa problem ay P average, then you will be using 2.70. Equation 2.70. Okay po? I hope klaro po tayo dyan. Next po natin ay radial. PSS, compressible fluids. This is almost the same po. Kay steady state. Yan. Ito po yan, compressible fluids. Wait lang, parang ito yung plus dapat. Plus po yan. I-check natin ha. Kay book. Pero parang plus yun. Or wala na dito. Parang wala na yata dito. Transient na ito eh. Plus po yan, plus. Sorry guys, plus po yan na, plus. Pa-correct na lang po ako. Now, for pseudo-steady state radial flow of compressible fluids, we will be using two cases. For pressure is less than 200 to 2000 psi, known as the pressure squared approximation, you'll be using equation 2.71. But if the pressure is higher than 3,000 psi, then the method that you will be using is pressure approximation method using equation 2.72. Again, there are two methods and two cases. Following case 1, you will be using pressure squared approximation, and that is if and only if pressure is less than 2,000 psi. But if the pressure is less than 3,000 psi, then that's case 2, you'll be using pressure approximation method. Okay po? Ito po yung plus. I believe, plus po yan. Then, ito po yung binigay kong formula ng BG kahapon. Pero yung binigay kong formula ng BG kahapon ay instead of barrel, siya ay feet cube. Kaya yung 0.0504, pag minultiply mo sa 5.615 ay 0.00504 times 5.615 is 0.2829. 2829 pala, hindi po 2827. 2829. Okay po. ZT over P. So, again, yun po yung sa pseudo steady state. Yung example naman po dito, I will find mabitin kaya sa unsteady. Sige, mag-example muna. Kailan pa natin ito na klase? Chapter 3. Ito na lang yung sunod. Tapos midterm na. Ito yung finals na. Sige po. Hindi natin na madaliin para kayo ay ma-relax. Group again. Then we'll try to discuss the example later. I'll give you 15 minutes up to 9:30. Then I'll ask someone to discuss example problem. Shelo, pa-send naman ako kay Bien ng sample problem ha, para ma-send sa GC ng O3. Sample problem. Kasi wala, yung iba dyan wala sa book. Ako lang gumawa niyan. Sample 2.6, sample 2.7, and sample 2.8. Shelo, pasuya. Or ako na pala. Ako na pala mag-share.
Send ko na rin po if ever.
Siya, sige. Ikaw na lang. Malinaw ba sa'yo? Hindi.
Sir, iniscan ko po yung nasa manual po.
Okay, sige. Yan na lang. (2.6, 2.7, 2.8). Hindi ito na madaliin. I won't, mga kayo mabombard pag dinaretso natin sa unsteady state. Syempre, mas mahirap iyon. Yun, madaming condition. Sige po, group yourselves, discuss example 2.6, 2.7, and 2.8. Then I'll ask later someone to present the example and to discuss the example. Thank you very much. Nag-grouping na sila. Mag-discuss sila ng example sa kanilang Okay. For example 2.7, can we have hallelujah. Mr. Coelho, Jonas, example 2.7 to be followed by Bien, 2. Shardy, 2.8. And Miss Danka, hindi ka na makakaligtas. 2. Asa na nga ba na nga ni 2.8, Wait pala, sorry, 2.6 pala. Sorry nga ba, 2.6 nga. 2.6 po pala si may, yung una, sino nga yan? Yes? Paano ba baguhin ang layout nito?
Sir, si Quelio po yung una.
Si Kelly, si ano, yan, sidebar. $2.6 pala si Mr. Quelio.
Sir, start na po ba?
Do you want to share your screen or I'm the one who will be sharing my screen? Okay na to?
Sige po, sir. Yan na lang po.
Okay.
So for our example 2.6 po, Go Warfield Hans Samuel is producing at a rate of 2,300 STD per day. So yun po yung ating flow rate. At an average pressure of 5,200 PSI. So may P average po tayo na 5,200 under the pseudo-steady state condition. Now calculate the bottom hole flowing pressure for this well given the following. Meron po tayong permeability na 28 millidarcy, height na 63 feet, area na 2,100 acres, viscosity of 1.3 centipua, valvar radius po na 0.25 feet, and for VO po, meron po tayong 1.3 barrels per STD. So yung first step po natin is always, kagaya po ng ating sa CROD-ENG 1 po, always kunin po natin or mag-start po tayo sa pagkuha ng RE po natin. So ngayon po, yung ating ginagamit po ng formula is yung pi RE squared is equals to 43560. Tapos tatimes po natin doon yung 2,100 acres. So for RE po natin, meron po tayong 5,396.0833 feet squared po. Or feet kapag po naka-square root na siya. Ngayon po, to get the P or the wellbore flowing pressure po, ang gagamitin po lang natin na formula ay yung kanina po na binigay, yung long equation na PWF is equals to P average minus 1 per 1.2 times QS times the viscosity times DO over KH times ln RE over RW minus yung pong ating ima-minus po sa kanya since we have the given ano po dito given average pressure, that's why po ang gagamitin po and under pseudo steady state siya, meaning po ang gagamitin natin or yung ima-minus po natin is yung 3/4. Then to calculate po yung equation na yan, makukuha po natin yung 2,328.2983 PSI po.
Thank you very much, Mr. Quelio. Any clarifications, questions, suggestions, objections, violent reactions to the discussion of Mr. Quelio? Jonas? Wala po tayong discussion. Ang sabi dyan, average reservoir pressure, binigay naman dyan. Nakalagay din dyan under pseudo steady state condition, meaning to say the value of alpha is 3/4. Okay tayo ha? Yes, Mr. Kahigal? Betong?
Hello po, sir.
Ay,
Paano po yung sa T?
yung
Yung T po,
aling T? Sige. Alin dito?
yung doon po sa solving na po. Ano po ba yun? Yung po ba typo or what?
Alin dito?
Sir, nasa 2.8 na po ata si Beto.
Mamaya pa pala. Sorry. Okay. Nasa 2.6 pa lang tayo ha. 2.7 tayo. Let's go 2.7. Sino nga 2.7 natin?
Ako po.
Si Bien po.
Go bien. 2.7.
Good morning po. Sa example 2.7 po, ang gagamitin po nating formula po dyan ay yung sa equation 2.68 po. Yung sa pagkuha po ng PWF. after looking po dun sa equation po na mahaba, ipa-plot po natin yung mga na givens po. Sir, next na po. Dito na po sa may computation. Yan po. Since naka-acres po, tas naka-state naman po dun sa na kailangan po natin siyang i-convert po sa feet squared. Kaya ita times.
Ito muna, itong square muna. Ayan. Dahil J factor. Ito. Kita to nasa gitna. Ayan. CA is 30.88. Ha, kita. Table 2.1. Okay, go, Shardy.
Yan po. Di ko ano po na po natin yung area po. Gagawin po natin feet square. 43560 po. Para makancel po yung acres para maging feet square. Then after po natin i-plot yung mga given po, makukuha po natin ito po yung PFW is equals to 4493.6931 minus 01432 time. Para naman po natin, iano po natin siya sa i-table po natin. Tapos papalitan po natin yung value ng time sa 10 hours, 20 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours, at 200 hours. Then after po natin i-substitute yung mga values na makukuha na po natin yung table. Then after po nun, since dun po sa may letter B ay pinapakalculate po yung pressure ng declining rate po. Kaya titingin po natin, ipa-plot po natin dyan sa table po yung mga nakuha po nating data. Next po, sir. Doon po sa... Yan po. Tapos isa-substitute na po natin yung nakuha po nating data. Tapos makukuha po natin yung sagot na 28 PSI po. Na P average.
Okay. Average pressure drop. Any clarifications po in relation to equation to sample 2.7? Wala po kayong tanong? Nakalagay naman po dyan semi-steady state, meaning pseudo yan. Nakalagay naman dyan square pattern drilling. You refer to table 2.1 to get the value of CA. Then nakalagay din po dyan ay PI. So kung may PI tayo, therefore tama po yung ginamit ni Mr. Lopez na equation 2.68. Then afterwards, pwede nyo namang ang ginawa kasi dito, ang pinapahanap po sa atin ay calculate and plot the bottom hole pressure as a function of time. Pwede po yung pressure na lamang every time period. Pero yung pag-graph naman po ay nire-require lang siya para hanapin yung pressure decline rate. Pero hindi naman necessarily na kailangan nyo talaga mag-plot. Kung tatanungin lang sa inyo yung decline rate, the best na makita siya is to determine the slope. And the slope will refer to, the best na makita siya is i-graph siya and determine the slope. And the slope will provide you the decline rate. Pero kung ang decline, what is the decline in the average pressure from 10 hours, 10 is equal to 10 and time is equal to 200, edi ito lang po yung P average. Ano po? Yeah. Okay po tayo? Sige po, let's proceed to equation, example 2.8 with, sino nga? Miss Danka.
Good morning po, sir. Bali po sa stated po na problem is an oil well is producing at constant oil flow rate na may 120 STB per day po under a semi-steady state flow po. Then the well testing data also indicates that the pressure is declining at a constant rate of 0.04655 PSI per hour. Then yung additional data po na yung H po or yung reservoir thickness is 72 feet. Then yung porosity po na may 25% or 0.25. Then yung oil formation volume factor po na 1.3 BBL per STB. Then yung CT po na or yung total compressibility po na 25 times then negative 6 PSI, negative 1 po. Then ang hinahanap po ay yung...
Wait lang. Let me clarify. Just to clarify, this equation 2.8 is not an example for compressible ha. Apology. Pero siya ay part pa rin ng slightly compressible. Yung second topic natin sa pseudo-steady. Again, just to clarify po, this example 2.8 is not an example for compressible, but still example for slightly compressible fluids. I hope po that's clear. I will be giving you another example, maybe, basta susulat ko na lang siya, then send ko na sa GC. Example for pseudo-steady state radial flow of compressible fluids, meaning kasi gases. Ano po? Go, Miss Danka. Apology for interruption.
It's okay po, sir. Then, ayun nga po, yung pressure decline rate po ay meron, given na po na 0.04655 nga po. Then, to calculate po the well drainage area, we're going to first solve the oil flow rate at reservoir condition po, which is yung formula po is Q is equal to QS then BO po. Then, isa-substitute lang po natin siya ng 120 times 1.3 BBL po per STB, which is po ang nakuha po nating flow rate ay 156 BBL per day po.
At reservoir condition, tama?
Yes po.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the next, using the equation 2.50 po for the drainage area, which is dP over dT is equals to 0.23396 Q over CT area H and yung porosity po. Then, isa-substitute lang po natin siya, which is yung pressure decline area rate po ay magiging negative na 0.04655 equals po sa given po na yung negative 0.23396, then ita times po siya sa Q na yung nakuha natin kanina, which is 156 po. Then over po ay yung CT po na 25 times 10 raised to the negative 6, then times po sa area na sa height, sa thickness po na 72, then yung porosity po na 0.25, then yung hinahanap po natin na area which is A. Then, ayun po, ang magiging sagot po ay 1,742,344.43 feet squared po.
Ghost
Then,
project ba yan?
Pa?
Ghost project ba yan?
Pwede po, sir. Then, i-divide po natin siya sa yung since i-convert po natin siya sa acres po na 43, which is yung 1 acres po is 43,560. So, i-divide po natin yun. Then, ang makukuha po natin is 39.9987 acres. Or pag i-round off po natin is halos 40 acres po. And,
okay. Thank you very much, Miss Danka. Again po, ang sunod dating topic ay unsteady state radial flow. But before we proceed that, I will be providing you example for pseudo-steady state radial flow of compressible fluids. But we will be doing that next week. Any more questions po? Kay Miss Danka. Yes, Miss Patusukan.
Sir, sa ano po, compressible.
Saan?
Sir, di ba po sa compressible, may dalawa pong case.
Aha.
Yun pong case 1 and 2, which is pag case 1 po ay less than 2,000 po. Tapos pressure po sa case 2 is higher than 3,000. But if po in the middle po siya, like higher than 2,000 but less
Siya po
than
ay case 2 pa rin.
case 2 na po siya. Basta po mag-high 2,000 po. Okay po. Thank you po.
Okay. Hindi ko alam kung natanong nyo na ba ito, sir. Ang isang problem naman ay madaming kombinasyon. Paano naman namin malalaman kung siya linear? Paano naman malalaman kung siya radial? Kailan namin malalaman siya is slightly compressible, incompressible, at compressible? Kaya isang problem, hindi po binabanggit yon. Dito binabanggit sa mga example. Ano po? Malamang kapag linear, may length. L po ang given. Ano? Kapag radial, dapat may R, radius dapat ang given. So yun ay to differentiate linear and radial. Copy? Now, to differentiate the three types of fluid. Incompressible, slightly compressible, and compressible. Kapag incompressible, ang sinasabi sa problema ay oil, pero walang binibigay na C. Malamang incompressible. Kaya sabi ko po, tingnan nyo at i-analyze nyo yung given. Kailan po malalaman na slightly compressible? Ang sinasabi po sa problem ay oil ang nandoon. Pero walang statement na siya is slightly compressible. Oil ang nandoon, pero may binibigay na C or CT. That's slightly compressible fluids. Again, for both incompressible and slightly compressible, the problem will state that the fluid being considered is oil. But the difference is the presence of CT. CT is not included in the problem kung incompressible, at required siya sa problem kung siya ay slightly compressible. And when we're dealing with compressible, malinaw po sa problem na binabanggit po dun yung gas. May Z factor, may BG kung kailangan. So yun po yung mga palatandaan para malaman kung incompressible is slightly compressible and compressible, as well as kung linear or radial. When it comes to steady state and pseudo-steady state, babanggitin po yun sa problem. Copy. Malinaw po tayo? Kung hindi man siya binanggit, malamang ang assumption ay pseudo-steady. Clarifications, questions, suggestions, reactions, violent suggestions. Violent suggestions, meron pala na. Wala po kayong tanong? Sige po, you may go back to sleep. Thank you very much. Thank you. You may leave the classroom.
Thank you po.